So, when do you say I will do it versus I am going to do it? It's one of those things in English that can be kind of tricky. But today, we're going to make it super simple. Let's break down how to talk about the future with total confidence. Yeah, if you've ever stopped and thought, wait, which one is right? You are definitely not alone. It can feel a little confusing for sure. But just stick with me for a couple of minutes and I promise we'll clear it all up. Okay, so think of will and going to as two essential tools in your English toolkit. They both point to the future, right? But they each have their own very specific job. Let's grab our first tool and see what it does. First up, we've got will. This is your go-to for anything that's unplanned, totally spontaneous, or a decision you make right there, on the spot. So imagine this. You're sitting at a cafe with a friend, and you're both looking at the menu. You didn't plan your order yesterday, you didn't even think about it this morning. The decision is happening right now, as you're about to speak. Perfect. The thought, I'm hungry, leads to that immediate decision. I think I'll have a pizza. See that I'll? That's just I will squished together. And it's almost always how you'll hear people use it for these quick, in-the-moment choices. But will isn't just for ordering food. We also use it to make predictions based on our opinion, like experts say food prices will rise. Or for making offers and promises, like, don't worry, I'll help you with that. Or I'll call you later, I promise.
All right, let's grab our second tool. If will is all about those spontaneous moments, well, going to is the complete opposite. This is for the solid, concrete plans you've already made.
And that right there is the key difference. With going to, all the thinking and deciding already happened before you even started talking. The plan was made in the past. Now you're just telling someone about it.
This is a classic example. Deciding to visit your parents isn't usually a sudden idea, right? It's a fixed plan. You've probably already thought about it, maybe even called them. That decision was made way before this conversation ever started. Now, the structure here is really important because unlike will, going to always needs a little partner, the verb to be, and you have to match them up correctly. I am, you are, he is, and so on. But once you get that simple formula down, you can talk about any plan you have. Okay, this is where it gets really powerful. See, will and going to aren't rivals fighting each other. They're actually a team. And they work together perfectly to help us talk about our biggest goals and ambitions in life. I absolutely love this quote. It perfectly captures how these two future forms work together. Will is for the wish, the big dream, but going to is for the plan that actually makes it happen. And here's exactly how it works. We use will for that big, distant, inspiring dream. One day, I will travel the world. It's beautiful, but to make that dream a reality, you need some concrete steps. And that's where going to comes in. Next year, I am going to save more money. The dream is the what, and the plan is the how. Okay, you've totally got the core ideas down. Now let's add some pro tips to your toolkit. This will help you sound even more natural and, more importantly, avoid a couple of really common mistakes. Asking a question with will, it's so simple. You just flip the subject and will. So a statement like, you will come, becomes the question, will you come? Easy, right? Now, for negatives, in a normal conversation, we almost always use the contraction won't. So instead of sounding a little formal and saying, I will not be late, we just say, I won't be late. It's faster and just way more common. But you have to be careful because pronunciation really matters here. Won't has a clear O sound, like in the word go, but want has an aw sound, like in hot. I won't eat the cake is a very different thing from I want to eat the cake. Okay, this one is a big one. It's a golden rule. In English, if and will do not go together in the same part of the sentence. The part with if or when always stays in the present tense. So you say, if I visit Greece, I will call you. Never ever, if I will visit. So let's do a super quick recap. You're going to use will for those quick, in-the-moment decisions and for your big, amazing dreams. And you'll use going to for the solid plans and all the practical first steps that are going to make those dreams come true. And I want to leave you with this thought. This isn't just about grammar. It's about taking control. The future isn't some random thing that just happens to you. You've got the tools to plan it. You are going to write it. So now you have the tools to talk about your future with confidence. So
Let me ask you, what is one thing you are going to do tomorrow? Go on, think about it. The future starts right now.